Grade 2 star listed, demonstrating its national significance as an early purpose-built large integrated cutlery works, the earliest known surviving of its kind to have retained so much of its original form. Wessex archaeology are working with Globeworks to delve further into the untold stories hidden in the fabric of the buildings. Prior to 1823, the processes of steel production and cutlery manufacturing were carried out separately by different companies at different sites. But after the completion of the Sheffield and Tinsley Canal in 1819, changes to this system were initiated. The first large integrated works where a number of processes, both powered and unpowered, were gathered together on one single site was built adjacent to the canal. Its success was clear, and so the number of integrated works increased over the coming years. One of these early integrated works was the Globeworks. The Globeworks was constructed by the Ibbotson Brothers Company and was completed in 1825. The Ibbotson Brothers Company were manufacturers of edge tools, saws, stove grates, fenders, scythes and steel. Now, you might wonder why the Globeworks is known as a cutlery works if the products being made there were not what you'd consider to be cutlery. However, cutlery refers to something that literally cuts, and so includes knives, scissors, razors, and often edge tools, because the processes involved in their manufacture are very similar. Originally, the Globeworks was an even bigger complex than the one we see today, and included the buildings which are now part of the Grade 2 listed Cornish Works, which is where the production of steel took place. The majority of integrated works at the time included architecturally ostentatious front ranges, though the Globeworks was designed to another level, looking like a classical country house fronting the main road. Interestingly, the Globeworks also included the owner's house, which can still be clearly identified. Along with the steel and cutlery industries came the trade unions to help fight for better pay and workers' rights. William Ibbotson acquired something of a reputation for being a ruthless businessman. During the trade depression of the 1840s, in which the business was encountering financial difficulties, William was notorious for undercutting prices and therefore fueling unease amongst the industry. It also angered the workers, whose wages were lowered in order to compete. In retaliation, a few small groups of workers joined together to form a secret organisation of saboteurs known as the Sheffield Ratteners. They attacked and damaged factories and warehouses of unfair employers and non-union workers. On the 30th of September 1843, the Globeworks was targeted and a bomb was thrown through a cellar window at the works, which caused substantial damage. By 1845, the Ibbotson brothers sold the Globeworks and the site was divided to form 4 separate sites, although the company remained there until the 1860s. The works were taken over by Unwin and Rogers, who occupied part of the complex, but much was tenanted. The arrangement of multiple firms occupying a works complex was commonplace and continued the tradition of Little Mester's works. The buildings forming the works originally included a house, warehouse, time office, workshops, grinding wheel, hand forges, engine houses, boiler shed and stabling. Today, remnants of these original functions can be seen all around, though the type of work is now quite different and varied, ranging from offices to bar and beauty to digital innovations.